So I found this little device that you see in front of you here about a week or two ago, and I thought it was interesting. I was just browsing at a antique shop, weirdly enough, and they just happen to have this sitting on one of the shelves in one of the booths, because it's one of those antique shops where people can rent out little booths or stalls or whatever and kind of just sell whatever they want. If, handmade stuff or old tech or just any antique kind of thing that you can imagine, furniture, just memorabilia of various things that you can think of, music, whatever. And this was there. This was one of the things that somebody was selling for like $5. And this is a Casio Boss, and that stands for Business Organizer Scheduling System, or the SF69 Nice 100 SY PC Sync. I think that's what it's like, its full name. But it's basically, if I can get it open, there we go. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's like a little, got a little like full QWERTY keyboard plus some, a full row of numbers, and then up top you got more function keys and stuff. And a lot of these keys here also act as other macro keys and other shortcut keys, not too dissimilar to what you would find on, say, a modern day 10 keyless keyboard. Every key serves multiple functions. So that is sort of what this is. Each letter key has like two functions, at least two functions, both as with the letter printed on them and also whatever is printed above. I know you can't really see, you kind of can at this angle. Then over here you have a sort of just like a directional pad, and I don't know what these two buttons here do, but I do know that these work. Another thing is, it still turns on. It still turns on, and it still works. Let me just adjust the camera here quickly for a second. Alright, there we go. So now we can see it a little better, a little more clear. Up at the top here it says PC Sync, 512 kilobytes. I think that's the memory that it has built in. And excuse me, these little function keys up here bring you to different categories. I'm not going to bother setting the time properly, but here we have the telephone records, I guess, so you can save people's information and look it up later on. And then we have memos, which is basically just you write something down. It has expenses, to-dos, reminders, a schedule, has a calendar built in, it has some conversions to, the weird thing is it's only like British pounds and also US dollars, which are the only two currencies on here, but I'm sure if in other markets it was sold with other currencies on it, I think. And then you have a more common conversion, inches to centimeters, and up here in the top left it says 1 inch equals about 2.54 centimeters. I'm American, so I really don't know what centimeters are. And then there's a calculator, and then the clock section again. So what I think, it has a backlight too, which is pretty cool, because this was before the time of, backlit LCD screens and stuff like that. So I want to say this was from like the 90s, probably the late 80s, if not the 90s. I'm surprised it still turns on. The first time I booted this up, it still thought it was December of 1999. So that's how I think that this was from the 90s. But I'm not really too sure. I was still but a young lad in the 90s, so I don't really know. So we'll go ahead and there's really not a whole lot else with the software that I can show you, because this whole thing doesn't, what I just showed you was pretty much all this thing does. There's no ports on the outside except for this little, like, it looks almost like a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, but I don't know what it's for. There's no little pictures, there's nothing written as to what it could be. I don't know, but other than that, there's nothing. Well, I guess there is the battery compartment. Right here it says normal operation, so you actually lock the battery compartment closed, and you can't really open it until you slide it to the right to replace batteries, and then it just comes right out. And I have a couple of rechargeable batteries in there now, but I don't really like keeping batteries in things because especially for long periods of time. I'll take these out off camera, but I don't really like leaving batteries in devices for too long, just because of the potential risk of corrosion. And I think everyone who collects obsolete technology like this feels the same way. I know I can't be the only one, but I just thought this little thing was cool. And then it just comes up. Well, it says set time. I can't believe it still works, and it still functions. You can use. I'll go somewhere where you hit the function, right? And then it says there's a bunch of different options. There's set time, 24 hours, daylight savings, time zone changes, date format. So let's go to that and hit the function. So I guess that doesn't have a list of things you can do, but pretty much everything else I think has some sort of list of things you can do. New record, new reminder, date search, wildcard search. Let's see what that is. Wildcard search. Do crime. There we go. I don't know how to turn caps out. Oh, there we go. Do crime. There we go. Still works. A few bugs. I don't really know how to work it, but not found. Press escape to quit, or I'll just turn it off to quit. That's pretty much all it.